first half effort for Detroit.
The difference in field goal percentage is crazy. They're getting exactly what they want out there.
Yeah, even if adjustments are made, how does that defense really slow them down? Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from the monster.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Detroit leading by 8. You've got the captain. Is it out there with Washington? And it's Big Daddy. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's Washington. Pass to the Wizard. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Here's Big Daddy. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Big Daddy's got the lead up to 10 now for Detroit. Jackson Davis with it. From 18 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. Jackson Davis has got 11.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
To the inside. It's stolen by G. Steps back and fires. Goes back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Here's Washington. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Big Daddy. 10 points for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Detroit.
One shot.
Number 53. One shot.
Chicago trails by 9. Pass to G. Here's the kid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Chicago, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
At the line for the away team. Number 3. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Chicago making a switch here. DJ's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Detroit with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's the Wizard. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by G. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to the kid. Here's Baller. Now here's DJ. Shot clock at 6. Here's the kid. Trains it from beyond the arc. The kid's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
Out to the wing. Here's Big Daddy. 15 points in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
For Detroit, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line. 9 of 12 so far.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
The first one falls. So he gets them both. Chicago trails by 8. Pass to Bowler. Here's G for the 3. And James pulls it down. Here's Big Daddy. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing team.
Well, you think back to what they did a year ago, sharing the ball and keeping everybody involved. That was one of their trademarks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Easy breezy's checked in for Chicago. And he sinks the second. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to the kid. And here is DJ. The three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to James. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's the captain. Fires the 3. And Big Daddy picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Detroit making a switch. Scott's checked in. Chicago trails by 9. DJ passes to Easy Breezy. Here's Baller. A steal. Now Detroit moving it up the floor. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. James has got the lead up to 11 now for Detroit. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Ball and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
And that one's good. James.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Here's the kid. He's got 15. It's good from long range. Baller's got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
James outside. Pass to the Wizard. There's the pick. Inside. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's the kid, and they call an illegal screen here. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out the supporting cast than ever before.
Chicago trails by 12. Anderson the screen to the middle and finished off by Anderson.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim too after the finish. Outside, Scott. And they recover it. Pass to the Wizard. Clock at 6. There's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. The Wizards got 7 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Scott. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Well, that is just real miscommunication there, sending it out of bounds.
Washington's checked in for Detroit. And Chicago also making a switch. Black Holes checked in for Anderson. Chicago trails by 13. Pass to the kid. Now Jackson Davis. 15 points in the game. Here's the Cobra.
2 minutes.
Jackson Davis with it. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 17 points in the game.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Outside, Scott. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Now, here's Washington. Guarded closely. And it's Chicago with the rebound. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Pass to Jackson Davis. The lead now cut to single digits. Jackson Davis has got 10 points here in the second half. Detroit leading by 9. Here's Rodriguez. Chicago grabs the miss. The Kid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jackson Davis. To the paint. Here's the Kid. Good for his 6th make, and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to the Wizard. Rebound by the Kid. The Kid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the Cobra. And it's blocked. Outside, Scott. Driving inside. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Scott. Chicago making a switch here. Scott hits them both.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Pass to the kid. 1 second left. And so it's Detroit ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
It's not going to be easy. We've got to stay with it when it's not going well. We're all right. Come on, a lot of time. It's a lot of time. Keep it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for Chicago right now, the Cobra out there with G. And it's Black Hole. Then there's Baller. And it's the kid. And at the 3, the small forward. The Cobra passes to Black Hole. 5 on the clock, uncovered, yep, right through the net. Jackson Davis has got 21 in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now, here's Scott. Here's the captain. It's tipped. Big Daddy, that's good. He's got 20.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Checked in for the Cobra. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's the kid. Now Jackson Davis. Pass to G. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Shooting for Chicago. Myers at the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. Detroit leading by 8. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Washington hits them both. Chicago trails by 10. Here's Baller. Pass to Jackson Davis. Wide open look. Rebound, Detroit. Big Daddy's got 8 rebounds in this game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Third personal foul, second team foul. At the line for Detroit, Scott. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He hits one, and this is the second attempt from the free throw line.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
And it's G finishing it off.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Drills it from outside. Washington's got 23 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
And it's G finishing it off.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Detroit leading by 10. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Wizard is checked in for Scott. And Chicago also making a switch. DJ's checked in. James outside. It's Washington high post. G with the rebound. Chicago trails by 10. Now here's DJ. Pass to Jackson Davis. To the inside. Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Back to Washington. Here's Big Daddy. Yes! And the foul. Myers. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Cobra is checked in for Chicago. And that one misses. Chicago trails by 10. Here's the kid out left to the wing. Pass to DJ. Back to Anderson. Here's Jackson Davis. They set the screen. 4 on the shot clock. And that one, good. Jackson Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
The captain, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. The kid can't hit. Detroit leading by 8. Pass to the Wizard. Now, here's Washington. Jackson Davis defending.
Jackson Davis. 4th personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for Detroit, Washington. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2.
And the first one drops. Washington hits them both. And here is DJ. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Here's the Wizard. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Here's Jackson Davis. Buries it down low. Jackson Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks. Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Anderson dishes to DJ. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Off target with his 3. Chicago trails by 12. Jackson Davis with it. Down low, here's the Cobra, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Going inside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's the captain. 6 on the shot clock. Now Washington. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Jackson Davis. He's covered by Washington. Up top, Jackson Davis. At the teardrop, a rebound by Washington. Detroit leading by 10. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's the kid. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's the Cobra. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. There's a screen by Washington. James outside. Here's Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Now, this is a guy the coaches trust. He's so deliberate with the ball in his hands.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. McDaniels comes in for the Cobra. And it's Baller in for DJ. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. The Cobra is checked in for McDaniels. Here's the kid, James defending. That one is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
He takes it in. And the shot goes in.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Here's Jackson Davis. A three-pointer. Good.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Detroit leading by 7. Now, here's Washington. Going to work down low.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim.
Jackson Davis with it.
Number 34, first personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Anderson, 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. Detroit making a switch here. Brissett's checked in. Crowder, he's checked in for Chicago. Both free throws good from Anderson. And here is Washington.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul, 15 foul. At the line for two, James.
The drop. That's the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. The captains checked in for Detroit. And Chicago also making a switch. The Co-Braves checked in for Jay Crowder. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. Now Jackson Davis. Spins. Here's Baller. He's covered by Washington.
Clearly a foul.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the away team, number 88, taking 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. Knox, he's checked in for the captain. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 8.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
James looking around. Got it to go off the glass.
And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
Here's the kid, James covering. Jackson Davis with it. Shot clock at 6. Let's lose a 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The captains checked in for Detroit.
Number 55, Eugene, number 55.
Here's the Wizard, Jackson Davis defending. Washington's outside. There's the pick. There's the drive. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this one should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Here's Jackson Davis.
Detroit foul. Number 7, second personal foul, fourth team foul. At the line for the away team, Jackson Davis. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Detroit. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Finishes inside on the nice dish. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Big Daddy.
Sports fans, thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see Toronto as they play against Oakland. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. We've got Davis, and it's the great one in at the point guard position.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And then Russell with the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
The doctor, pure from three-point range. When it comes to this time of the season, Grant, what are teams most focused on?
Well, B.A., it's getting the defense in order. That's a priority. An offensive system can take some time to perfect, but a team has to sort out its defensive identity early.
He gets it in there.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Here's the great one. Pass to Melo. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The doctor, pass to Davis. It's stolen by Barnes. Here's the monster. Here's Tiny. And he gets that one.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, pass to Doctor. Here's the great one. Toronto passing it around. Davis, a screen. Here's Melo. A good-looking shot from the wing. For Oakland, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Now here's Barnes. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. The Monsters got 5 now.
The plan coming in is working. They're perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
Pass to Melo. Fades away. Tips it. Oakland leading by 6. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Pass to Doctor. Oakland with a rebound. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning 1 game apiece.
A somewhat surprising split. One team made the playoffs and the other was lottery bound.
Toronto trails by 6. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Right wing. Here's Houdini. Russell to pass to Tiny. Four on the clock. Here's the monster. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. The Monsters got 7 points. Pass to Melo. Releases from 15. Yes, it's good.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Tiny passes to Houdini. Outside Russell. Oakland needs to get off a shot here. And the shot goes in.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Toronto trails by 6. Here's the great one. No made baskets yet. Pass to Doctor. Down low. Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Outside Russell. To the paint. Here's Houdini. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's the great one. Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. Toronto, 3rd.
Both of these teams took the second chance opportunities they got last year.
Oakland on D. 6-point game. Roach, that's good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Oakland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Goose. Oakland working the ball around now. To the inside. And the basket by the Monster. The Monster's got 9 points.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Here's Roach. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Six to shoot. To the middle. Here's Perez. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Picked it out of midair. Pass to Big Dog. Here's Melo.
Oakland foul call. Number 27. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Big Dog. He's scoreless. A deep three. Perez goes back up. Misses at the rim.
Aggressive move. I know he wishes he had that one back.
Here's the Monster. He's got 9. Pass to the captain. 5 on the clock. Rebound Toronto.
Oh, man, they were in total control. Really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
And Oakland has possession. Toronto making their last shot. To the paint. Here's the Monster. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oakland.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Toronto trails by 5.
2-8 remaining in the first.
Here's Melo. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to Big Dog. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Oakland leading by 5. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter of the game. To the inside. And he jams it home with authority.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
Minute 32 left to play in the first. G passes to Big Dog. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Oakland leading by 4. Pass to Goose. Oakland working the ball around now. Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Big Dog. No good with the elbow jumper. And he's going for the oop here. It's an even 3-on-3 break. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Oakland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Goose. Inside. Here's the monster. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Here's Perez. With 1 on the clock. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Oakland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, let's get a quick breakdown. The game we've seen from Oakland here, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Barnes, and it's Tiny in at the shooting guard position. Davis a screen. The Doctor. Off target from three-point range. Oakland leading by 6. So for Toronto right now, we've got Davis, and it's Roach in at the small forward position. Russell, that's good. Russell's got his second bucket on the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The great one passes to Davis. Rejected by Barnes. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Toronto trails by 10. Here's the great one. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Roach. And the layup is good off the glass.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Russell. Outside Barnes. To the inside. Here's Tiny. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
As for the great one. Here's Roach. Clock at 4. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Russell. And Davis with the block. From 17. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Tiny. Shot from the low post is good. Tiny's got 4 points this quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's the doctor. Davis, a screen. The doctor, pass to Davis. Tipped! And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. Davis has got his second basket of the game. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. To the paint. Here's Houdini. And that one is hammered home.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. And down it goes. 2 points.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Pass to Tiny. Left side, Russell. Here's Tiny.